Well, hi everyone. Welcome to our call tonight. We have a special guest speaker that I'm so excited about. Her name is Shanette Hyacinthe. And let me just tell you a little bit about Shanette. So Shanette joined our team March 11th. She became a silver in just 2 weeks. She has a total of 8 people on her team at the moment, and she's only been with Plexus for 7 weeks. So she is on a roll. In her personal life, Shanette is a full-time accountant, and she has a master's degree. And so the reason why I asked her to speak to us tonight is because as our newest Silver Ambassador, she's got a really neat testimony about some things that she's overcome, some negativity. So I thought that would really be helpful to us. So Shanette, why don't you go ahead and start?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, Sister Kelly.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
of course. So just to give a little background about myself, um, I I started using Plexus for me and my family just because my son, he has really bad allergies. During allergy season, he's always on a nebulizer. He wakes up and like he can't even open his eyes. And he breaks out with like rashes and eczema, and it's really bad. And for myself, I was always extremely tired. I didn't have any energy. It's like the typical complaints of a mom, like you don't have any energy to do all the things that you want to do as a mom and as a wife. So I saw.
Shanette,
Okay.
are you still there?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
I saw Sister Kelly's post on Instagram, and I just paid attention to her because she was a fellow apostolic. So I trusted whatever she was saying. And then I reached out to her. I was concerned because I thought that me taking any Plexus product, it would mean that I would lose weight. And I'm kind of skinny already, so I didn't want to lose any more weight. And once she told me that, no, it's not weight loss only, it does so much more, I started doing some research and I became interested in the product. And so I signed on as an ambassador for the wholesale price. And then once I realized the business opportunity, I jumped on board on that end as well. Um, so after I joined and I started taking the products and giving some to my son, I got just nervous. Like, should I really be giving this to my son? Is it really safe? Like, yeah, I know everyone says it's safe, but is it really safe? And I just felt uncomfortable giving it to my son. I felt kind of guilty for not doing the research and not asking his doctor. I was kind of scared to ask his doctor because I thought she would say no. So I didn't even really want to ask his doctor. So we ended up going to the doctor because I think my daughter, she ended up being, I have two children. I have a boy and a girl. So I think my daughter ended up being sick, and I went ahead and took all the products with me to for the doctor to look over. And I was really nervous, and I was hoping and praying that she would say, yeah, these are fine, go right ahead, nothing, no issues. And she looked at them, she looked at the ingredients. First off, she looked at the label and she was like, slim, she's like, he doesn't need to lose any weight, your children are healthy, they don't need this. And I was like, well, it's not just about weight loss. And she just completely didn't even really consider it. And then I said, can you take a look at the ingredients? Are the ingredients fine? Is there anything wrong with the ingredients? And she's reading through the ingredients, and she's like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, the ingredients are okay, but everything here, you can just buy something over the counter, buy something over the counter. And I said, yeah, but is there anything wrong with any of these ingredients? And she said, no, there's nothing wrong, but you don't need to take it. I wouldn't recommend him taking this. And I kept asking for conclusive reasons why I shouldn't take it, and she couldn't tell me any. She just said, just buy something from over the counter. So that wasn't enough for me. I went home, and I was kind of, I went to the doctor hoping for her approval to give the stuff to my son, just because I wanted to give it to him. Because I saw so many testimonies of mothers giving it to their children and them getting relief from tons of symptoms that my son had. So I wanted to give it to him. But I was hoping for the doctor's approval just so I can feel more comfortable giving it to him. And when I didn't get her approval, it crushed me. I called Sister Kelly, and I was just like, oh my gosh, his doctor said that he shouldn't take it, but she couldn't even give me any reason. I was really upset. And so instead of me sitting there just being upset, saying, oh man, I can't give it to him, I went ahead and I'm like, I trust all the moms out there that are giving it to their children and they're seeing success. And I went ahead and I spent, like, I'm not even kidding, like 4 hours documenting every single ingredient in the triplex and the X Factor, because that's what I give him. And I researched every single ingredient. I researched the dose, the recommended dosage. I saw that each recommended dosage is actually more than what Plexus puts in this product. So Plexus doesn't even give us more of the recommended dosage. Then it's like it's such a safe level that you can't even overdose on any of Plexus's products. And that just made me feel at ease. It made me feel at ease as a mom to know that, okay, I'm not giving something harmful to my children. And so since I've done all that research, it's like no one now can shake my faith with any of the Plexus products. And it I'm kind of grateful for that opportunity, for an opposition from the doctor. And also one of my friends, she was against Plexus products because she said that it's not safe. And with all these oppositions, it made me go and do the research for myself so that I could find faith in the products. I could see that the products are 100% safe. And once I looked up each ingredient, I realized that it was truly safe, it was truly natural, and that all the ingredients, it's nothing that Plexus came up with on its own. Every ingredient someone else is using, it's already being used. It's already proven. As every ingredient was clinically tested. All that, there are clinical trials for every ingredient. So now when anyone comes and like, oh, well, it's not clinically tested, I'm like, yeah, the product as a whole isn't, but every single ingredient is. And every single ingredient is already being used from some countries, some doctors. It's just that Plexus is packaging it into one product so that we can get an overall complete benefit. So what else? Yeah. So I just want to say that if there's anyone out there that's uncertain of the products, how safe they are, or if just you can't ask and just listen and say, okay, well, that person says it's safe, so I'm just going to go with whatever they say. You honestly have to do the research on your own, and just to build your own confidence, because it's your confidence that's going to take you that extra mile.
That's awesome. So I'm going to open it up to questions now. I'm going to start. I have a question. That was all so amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so my question is, how did you push past that part of you that wanted to quit? Like, what made you bother with all of that research? You didn't have a team at the time. You didn't really have much invested. Like, how did you push past that initial feeling of being crushed? Like, oh no, maybe it's true. Maybe the doctor's right. Like, how did you get over that to do the research?
Because I knew that those tons of other moms out there, those thousands of people taking it, there had to be more to it than just, okay, I have to listen to whatever the doctor says. And because doctors, they've given my children medication and it hasn't worked. They've given my children medication. They've given me medication and there would be side effects and all that. So doctors, they don't know. Yeah, they went to school, they're smart, all that, but they don't know everything. And they're also practicing. When they give you something, they're giving you to see how your body is going to react. And however your body reacts, that's how they move forward from it. So no one knows anything, definitely, especially doctors. And I trust my instincts as a mom. I trusted my instincts as a mom just to know that, okay, if there are other parents out there that's having success, why can't I get success as well? And I hated giving my children medication. I just felt like, because I knew it wasn't natural and knew that there would be side effects. It's like, since they've been young, every time they get an ear infection and all this, it's like they just keep giving them all this medicine. And I personally didn't like giving my children medicine every day. And for my son, for his allergies, they put him on a nebulizer. They did so many things to him. And I feel like he's just like a guinea pig to them. Like, they just keep giving him all this stuff. Oh, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. So that's why I pushed through, because I knew that this could be a natural alternative and I wanted to try this. I'd rather try and fail than give up and not try it all and stick to the man-made medicine that has all these side effects.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So I have another question. How is your son doing now?
So he wakes up and his eyes are clear. He can actually open his eyes. Like before, whenever he woke up, his eyes would be closed shut, like swollen shut. He would just
Wow.
have like eye boogers everywhere. Now he wakes up and his eyes are normal. Like even we were driving to church and my husband looked and he's like, oh wow, his eyes are white. Like they're not yellow and red because they usually are always just yellow. And now his eyes are like white.
Wow.
And we don't give him any allergy medicine now, and he's been doing perfectly fine. He's not on any medicine, and he's doing perfectly fine. So I just know with him continuing taking Plexus, he's on the triplex. With him continuing taking that, he's just going to see more and more progress.
That's awesome. Okay, while we have you on the line, does anybody else have any other questions? Because I have one more question for you, but I want to just give it anybody else a turn. No? Okay, then I'm going to jump right in with my next question. So this is not about your son. I want you to share with the group your own personal testimony with Plexus. And the one I'm talking about specifically is the one with you and the difficulty you were having with moving your bowels. Are you okay with sharing that?
Oh, okay, so I thought it was normal. I didn't know you were supposed to go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day. No one ever told me that. So I would go like maybe 1 time every 3-4 days. And now with Plexus, I'm actually going twice a day, which is weird. And at first, when it first happened, I remember thinking I had like diarrhea just because I wasn't used to soft stools. I was used to hard where you had to force, and I've even had to have a colonoscopy done because I would bleed whenever I would like pass my stool. It was really bad. And so now it's like things are normal. I actually went on a cruise. Oh, it's raining. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually went on a cruise last week, and every time I've gone, it's like I would be constipated the entire time. And this time when I went, it's like I went every day, like the way my body's supposed to go.
That's awesome.
Food came in and it went out. And so that's a definite win for me, at least on the Plexus side, just because I wasn't able to go as often as I should. And then, so I guess because of me not going and all that, I was just really tired because I had all this built up toxins on my body. I was really tired, really just sluggish. Whenever I would walk, I would always drag my feet because I never had any energy. I never wanted to wake up in the mornings. So that's all changed.
That's amazing. I love that. That's so good, just because I'm learning more and more with each passing testimony that that bowel movement thing is a huge thing for people. It is big, and people are not wanting to discuss it. Like it's a private thing, and and they don't even know what's regular, but they're not interested in finding out. They just feel like they have to suffer in silence. So I'm finding this new mission to help people in that regard, and I'm so glad that that you're being helped in that way too.
Thank you. I'm glad to.
Thank you for joining us. Did you want to conclude with anything else about the products?
No. I just wrote down that you have to find your own belief. I remember when I first was, kind of skeptic, and I went on Facebook and I asked everyone, do you guys know about this? Someone said this is unsafe. And then someone responded to me, and I'm happy for that person that responded to me. I'm grateful. They said, do you think the products are safe? Do you have faith in the products? It boils down to your own belief. So you have to have that unshakable faith that whatever people say, it's just, okay, you need to do more research, person. You don't know what you're talking about, because I have that belief. So that's what it boils down to. Wow,
that's so good. That's really good, Shanette. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know that we took you out. You're involved in something else at the moment. And so thank you for slipping out and coming to be with us.
Yes.
I'm so grateful for your story. And I'm so grateful God led you to our team. That's
Me
pretty neat.
too. Me too. Me
I'm
too.
really, really grateful about that. So I'm going to conclude. Let's see how many minutes we actually have here. Looks like we might have a few more minutes. I'm going to conclude with just kind of jumping on the tail end of what Shanette is talking about, and that's finding your belief. And you, Shanette, if you need to leave to go back to your meeting, you can.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. If you're feeling any kind of negativity about Plexus, and you are an ambassador, then I would say that it's just because you don't know how valuable what you have is. And so if you will do like Shanette has done, and you'll spend some time researching the products and researching the ingredients and reading testimonial after testimonial after testimonial, you will build your own belief, and and no one will be able to shake that belief. No one. And so that's really important, because for those of us that want to make this into a business and earn some extra money, you have to have rock solid belief in the products. You have to know that there's nothing else that compares to this, and that there's the 60-day money back guarantee is there to back you up. All these testimonials of people that are having tremendous results are there to back you up. The growth of the company is phenomenal right now. I mean, I joke with people that tell me that the whole time on customer service is so long. So my joke is, that's what we get for being a part of a company that's growing so fast that we can't even keep up with the logistics of, the people behind the scenes. So this is an amazing product, and it takes time to build belief. I think Shanette is unusually gifted in that regard, that she was able to just build her belief in the first month. But, for most of us, I've been with Plexus for a year, and for most of us, it takes time. Because you're on the product yourself, and one week it's working, and the next week you're feeling tired instead of energy, and you're wondering what's happened this week. Why isn't it working this week? And you're not even taking into account that your whole schedule's different. Maybe as a woman, you're on your cycle. I mean, there's so many different things with our bodies that we really need to give it time, and we need to build our own belief. And when we just continue to flood ourselves with positive stuff, with more testimonials, stay plugged into these meetings, so that you can hear actual live people that and that we know that are experiencing great results. And then this way, when people come at you with the rejections, and even when your own mind comes against you and says, oh, I'm having a horrible day today. I just had an ambassador call me yesterday, side note, and say, oh, I'm feeling so tired today. I don't understand that. Why? Yesterday I had so much energy. And we talked about it for a little while, and we found out after digging a little bit about what was going on with her life that she actually didn't eat at all the day before. And then the next day, she had turkey bacon for breakfast, or turkey sausage or something. Turkey makes people sleepy. So after not eating the day before, she was actually on a fast, and then starting her system up with turkey sausage, that body was just beginning to digest that. And so, that's where the tiredness comes in. So Plexus is just a supplement. It's not going to cure, it's not going to heal, it's not going to prevent any disease. It does work in conjunction with whatever else is going on in your body, and it's going to make your body work more optimally. Excuse me, it's going to make you function at a higher level. But there will be other times when outside forces will hinder that, and you'll have an off day. And so you need to work through that and keep your belief rock solid. So that's the little takeaway that I want you to take home today, and that's do whatever you can to protect your own belief. I read something today that said that, if you have something that's not worth fighting for, then it's not worth it. And so your Plexus business, even if you're just a Plexus customer, if you're taking it and you started this journey, your health should be worth fighting for. You made this decision to do this journey the natural way. And that should be worth fighting for. Fight for it. Don't allow anybody to take that, shake your belief, not even your own self when you're having a hard day. And when your mind says, I don't feel like doing this anymore. You've got to fight for this thing. And you've got to just keep putting one foot in front of the other and saying, I will succeed at this. It's going to work out. If it's working out for somebody else, it can work out for me. And that's what I love so much about Shanette's testimony, is that she early on decided that if this could work for all these other moms, then it's going to work for me, and I'm going to fight for it. So that concludes our call today. Does anybody have any questions before we end? You guys have been awesome. Okay, well, thank you. Join us again next week, and we'll come up with another awesome topic for training. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.